Morning, gang. It's Monday, the 4th of November, 2000. I thought it was December then. 4th of November, 2019. Welcome along to this morning's United Kingdom Talk, coming to you from Bracknell in Berkshire. I'm here a little bit earlier than I thought I'd be here because if you're watching the show, we had a lovely show last night, incidentally. Lovely show last night. We did the bingo and... the first, I think we had about 42 people playing the bingo last night, and you'll understand, if you understand how the bingo works, you'll get this. If you haven't done the bingo yet, you won't get this. But the first two winners didn't show up, and that was, who was Jason Massey was the first winner, and Tommy Flynn was the second winner. Well, unfortunately, if you're not with us live, you can't claim the prize. So we then moved on to the third one, which was Amelia. So Amelia won the prize, and Amelia, if you're watching us this morning, your prize is in this little bag. It's opened in case you win the raffle again, because that happened last week, didn't it? It was last week or the week before. Roy Brownlow won the hat on the Sunday night and then won the raffle the next day, or something like that, or a super chat or something. So I was able to put it in the same bag and save a stamp. It's all about saving money, dear. All about saving money. So that was the bingo last night. And I think we had about 45 people playing last night. Great fun. Great fun. Now, if you want to play the bingo, next week you need to register to do that, okay? Just send me an email there, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk, and tell me you want to join in the bingo, and I'll add you into the system, and you'll be able to play next Sunday. That's at 8 o'clock here, exclusively, boys and girls, exclusively on this channel, okay? Let's just say there's only a couple of messages coming in this morning. I think I've caught everyone on the hop this morning, to be honest. Because as I say, I did say that I wouldn't be here till a little bit later on today. So let's just... sorry, gang. 1 second. Let me just pull that up there. 1 minute. I discovered this morning, actually, that my sister... I'm someone who bangs the keys. Do you know what I mean? I bang those computer keys. And I discovered this morning that my sister also bangs her keyboard just as hard as I do. She was on the phone. Bang, bang, bang. I do that as well. So there we are. Yeah, only a couple of people with us so far this morning. Good morning to Jason Hughes. Morning. Did the plumber give your pipes a good servicing? I shall tell you in a moment. And Glenda's there, where it's 4:30 a.m. in Pennsylvania. 6500. Good morning, Glenda. You're up, my darling. Hope you're well, Glenda. Lovely to hear you, as always. Glenda sends me little private messages sometimes on the email, don't you? If you want to send us an email, there's the email address there, gang. Okay, good morning to Michael Lawrence as well, joining us. Yeah, I've caught everyone on the hop, because I did say I was going to be here later this morning. The reason I'm not here later, but earlier, is because the plumber hasn't come yet, okay? I was up at 7 o'clock. I got up at 7 o'clock in case he came at 8:30. 9, and about 3 minutes ago, literally before I just started the show, because I was all ready to go this morning. As soon as he finished, I was ready to go. I got a phone call saying that his first job has turned into a leak. Sounds to me like he's oh, and he swore that, like he's mucked up a bit, doesn't it? His first job has turned into a leak, so he's got to sort that out first before he gets to me. So now it's looking more like 11 till 12. Instead of 8 to 10, which is a little bit annoying. But, I'm kind of cool with it. I don't worry too much about things like that unless I'm, I would never arrange an appointment. A friend of mine arranges consecutive appointments or things to do throughout his day. And that always worries me, that if item number 1 goes wrong, 2, 3, 4 and 5 are all going to be out of sync, aren't they? So I wouldn't do that. I'm kind of, left the whole morning. It's always 8 to 10, right? But I've left the whole morning for him, so whenever he wants to turn up, because those consecutive appointments that you might make, or things to do, 8 to 9, 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12, that can go terribly wrong. And then you just upset the people who are at the other end of the queue, don't you? So there we are. Oh, Jason's in Swindon today. Yes, I DJ'd there once, Swindon. Oh my God, that's going back 20 years or so. Funny old place it is, really. Yeah, funny old place, Swindon, so you're not far from us. Good morning, Weird City Citizen. Good morning to you, Sir Chris of Royal Reardon. Royal Reardon. Royal Ascent, eh? Hello to Diane Jebb and Mick Davenport as well there on this Monday morning, which is, I don't know, looks like it's about to brighten up out there. I got 7 o'clock, I was out there. Put a bit of rubbish in the bin because it's the bin man on Monday. Bin man comes. We all got we leave our bins just up the edge there. And honestly, what was it? I've just been out again, right about 9:15, to put a little bit more in the bin because I like to get rid of as much rubbish as possible if that bin man's coming. You know, emptied my Hoover bag into there, along with the dead spiders and things that are hanging around there. And honestly, this black BMW come round the corner. Out steps this bloke. Music blaring away out of it. 9:30 in the morning. I just gave him a filthy look. You know, how dare you? Good morning to Simon Keane. Remember to Simon Keane, who's texted in this morning. Morning, Simon, who said, on the subject you meant on the show last night, we were talking about the X Factor, and they've really mucked it up this time. I mean, I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm not a viewer. I'm not a regular viewer of the X Factor, as I said last night. But they've done something really odd to it and made it Celebrity Big Brother? No, Celebrity X Factor. Well, I'm struggling to realise the celebrities. There's one team in there that apparently were on Love Island, you know, and they've created a little group. Oh, I don't know what it was. I didn't watch all of it, just bits and pieces. Simon texts in, Mr. Chop Chop, on Celebrity X Factor the other week, Louis Walsh said that to the group of girls, you are going places. He is correct, and those places are the job centre and work club. He also says, remember when the UK was a British bulldog? Now it's just a cute puppy. I like to think I'm a cute... Am I a cute puppy? Have we got any cute puppies joining us this morning, I wonder? Oh, Lord. Hello to Mandy Davenport. Morning, Mandy. Ray Reynolds is coming along to the to the karaoke tonight. Sponsored by Social Services, I think. Morning to you, Ray. Oh, gosh. Yes, I went out there and honestly, music blaring out in the blooming car at 9:15 in the morning. Do me a favour. Do me a favour. Bang, 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 it was going on. I come back in here. I cleaned the bathroom. I thought, oh, when's this plumber coming? And then the phone rang. Of course, the phone was in another room. Thank you very much. What's this? Throw in a tip. No magnifier. £6.66. That's the devil's number, isn't it? Couldn't you have made it £6.67? £6.66. Thank you very much, Weird City. He's sending through a tip this morning. Very kind. He doesn't even want a badge. Are you sure you don't want a badge? I think you've got one already, haven't you? Thank you very much for the tip this morning. Very kind of you. So as I say, great bingo game last night. 47 players. The first person who won didn't show up. The second person didn't show up, and the third person did. That was Amelia. I think what I might have to do, because obviously if people keep not turning up, that list at the top will become longer and we'll have to keep going on. So if people don't turn up, shall we say, for 3 bingo games, no disrespect to them, and this isn't said with no malice at all, I'll have to remove you from the list, which you can rejoin at another time if you want to. But, you know, to keep it moving along, I'll have to remove people that sort of don't show up, say, 3 times in a row. I'll take you off the list so that if that happens again, you won't be there, if you see what I mean. All right, so that makes it move along a little bit quicker. I was surprised, it takes about 20-25 minutes to complete a bingo game. But we did have a good laugh, and the next one, of course, will be next Sunday night at 8 o'clock here on United Kingdom Talk. After the show, I had some dinner. That was nice. What did I have? I had a do you know, I think I've gone off the beetroot burgers a little bit. I think maybe I've just had too many of them. Beetroot burgers from Aldi. They're all right, but I thought, I don't really want this today. And of course, you've got to have it because it's in the fridge. Either that or chuck it away, and we don't like chucking food away, dear. Not in this world of people starving all over the place. So I had that, some vegetables and mashed potato and a cup of tea. And I watched that war thing that's on BBC One Colour on Sunday nights about the Nazis. They're dreadful people, those Nazis. Absolutely awful people. It's like they don't have a soul. Do you know what I mean? They just don't like someone, pick up a gun and shoot them dead. That's it. just soulless, horrible people. Although there was one there, there's kind of, in this program, there's like this gay couple. One's white and one's black. I wouldn't normally mention people's colours because I like to think I'm a little bit colourblind. But in this case, you'll understand because of the program. And these two people met, and it turns out they're both gay. One's a doctor, and one's a jazz. What does he play? Is it clarinet or saxophone? One of the two. I can't remember. What was it? A trumpet? No, clarinet or saxophone. That's the black guy. Black people are sort of fairly well known for like New Orleans and doing wonderful jazz stuff and all that. And they can all dance. You know, white boys can't dance. I'm sorry, they can't. Black boys can. And these two get together, and there's a little bit of relationship going on there. Anyway, of course, the Nazis come in. And they take the black guy away because he's black. You know, the terrible racism that went on with the Nazis. They also hated gays and everyone else. Anyone that wasn't like them, they kind of murdered or locked up or whatever. Anyway, they take this one away and they put him in a compound. And his other half, the white one, is trying to get him out of this compound type thing. Anyway, before they take the black guy away, who's playing this saxophone in this little club in Paris that the Nazis have taken over, this young German soldier comes in, like that, and stands in front of him like that. And you can see the black guy on the stage playing his saxophone, looking very worried about this young Nazi officer. And he's standing there all serious. And then he finishes, and he looks at him, and then the German officer starts clapping. Yeah, like that. And at some other point, the young German officer, I think, has sussed him out as being gay, right? Well, it turns out it looks like he's gay as well. So he hands him a note and tells him to get out of Paris as quickly as possible. But of course, the black guy doesn't do it. You know, this is Paris, this is where I live and all this. So he carries on, and then he's arrested and taken to this compound, which is just... I think that's as far as we've got so far. But it's an excellent programme on there, boys and girls. And how you can just hate everyone who is not like you. It's just it's weird, isn't it, really? But that's what those Nazis were like. There was no, they just didn't seem to have a soul. No soul, no care about anything. Just horrible people. Anyway, so that's on BBC One. The entire series, other than the ones that haven't been shown yet, are on the iPlayer as well. Okay, can't remember what it's called, that war thing. Anyone else watching that at the moment? It's very good. Jason Hughes said they're brainwashed. I'm sure they are. You know, dreadful people. That is not to say, of course, and I stress it, a lot of people that think all the Germans are like that. No, they're not. No, they're not. That was then, this is now. You know? Big difference. Very big difference there. So that was it. I have weighed myself this morning. As you know, I'm back on the Slimming World. I've been on that for about a week now, gang. Back on the Slimming World. Unfortunately, I forgot to weigh myself before breakfast. Now, my breakfast consists of a lot of tea, a sort of pint of water with this powder stuff in it, and my breakfast, which is actually not small. It's just like oats and blueberries and fat-free yogurt. So I forgot to weigh myself before that. You're supposed to weigh yourself at the same time every day, which I do before I get up, put the kettle on and weigh myself. Well, I've got to do that. I had breakfast first. So I've weighed myself after breakfast and all that water and what have you, and I'm 13 stone 10. Which is actually down a little bit from Saturday. So I reckon I'm probably 13 stone 9 now. So it's coming down, boys and girls. 1 week on the thing, and it's coming down. So I'm quite pleased about that. Very pleased. I think a round of applause for me on that one. A round of applause for me on that one. All right? As I told you about the plumber, he's stuck somewhere. And last night, eventually, I managed to book my... Gatwick parking. I didn't do the Gatwick parking until late. I just remembered to do that. I think yeah, that was it. I got a text message through, didn't I, from British Airways, telling me that the plane time had changed. Coming back, instead of 7:15, it's like 5:15 in the afternoon, which is okay. So I did that, and they were like, oh, I haven't done the parking yet, so I've done that now. Jazz hands, thank you very much. Jazz hands. No, we want full rounds of applause this morning for these, Jason. Thank you very much. So that's the news there. That's all my news. Now, I'm not sure that the notifications went out to everyone this morning because it's very, very quiet on here today, isn't it? Never mind. We had a little bit of an issue yesterday with the video freezing. Oh, that's a bit crooked, isn't it? Look at that. Hang on. Let's just uncrookedify that. We just uncrookedified that. Yeah. I'm not sure that the notifications went out this morning because it is a little bit quiet on the chat, but never mind. We can get more said then, can't we? Got the raffle coming up, of course. That won't be too long, all right? Be a slightly shorter show today because I want to be ready for the plumber whenever he rings. It's not going to be Nathan. It's going to be someone called Elliot. I wonder if it's the same one that was riding the bike in E.T. What would he be about? He'd be about 40 now, wouldn't he? E.T., how long ago was that? Oh, wonderful film. Wonderful, Andy. Stop sending those clappings, Jason. Thank you very much, Mandy. He's telling me well done there. Yeah, that's a week. That's a week on the Slimming World. Is about 4 pounds I've done there. Hello to Big Joe. Good morning, Joe, who enjoyed the bingo last night. Thank you very much, Joe. Another one next Sunday. Hopefully by next Sunday, the pens will have arrived. So then we'll have 3 games, you see. Well, there'll be 2 games, 2 early bird games for a pen. Oh, I just spat all over the microphone. 2 early bird games for a pen, and then the main game, of course, for one of our delightful hats. Have I got one here? Oh, there they are. Oh. I can't reach over there. Here it is. There we are. And the other game for one of these delightful hats, which will be happening on Sunday night at 9 o'clock. All right. There we are. No notification this morning. Yes, I thought that was the case. Yeah, because it's a little bit quiet this morning on it. I thought the notifications hasn't gone out. That happens. I don't know why it doesn't happen sometimes. It's just how it is. Thank you very much, Mandy. Michael Palman, good morning to you. Can you make some YouTube talk show stickers? Yes, someone else has mentioned that. Now, I think I'd be inclined to do that as another super chat thing. So you can have the badge or the sticker. I'm inclined to do that if that's all right with people. I'll try and get some stickers done as well. I was only talking to my sister and brother-in-law about that the other day, actually, about stickers. People like to collect stickers either for the car or their walls or, exercise books if they're children, something like that. People like stickers, don't they? So, yes, I probably will do that. All right? Okie doke, some news stories for you this morning. Now, you know that AI recognition? That's that facial thing, that they say or the police have got and what have you. Well, it can also be used for good things as well. I mean, not that the police are not using it for good things. I don't really have a problem with facial recognition, to be honest. Cameras sort of looking at you. I mean, if you're not doing anything wrong, what's the problem? Anyway, the police in Scotland have unveiled a new aerial drone system, that's the little flying helicopter things, to help in searches for missing and vulnerable people. The remotely piloted aircraft system can see things we can't to try and work out where people are. And it uses advanced cameras and neural computers networks to spot someone it's looking for from a speck up to 150 metres away. Isn't that clever? This is on the BBC News website this morning. Its recognition software is compact enough to be run on a phone, with the technology learning at it as it goes. I'm always a little bit scared of technology. They say it's learning as it goes. That really is intelligence, isn't it? Machines teaching themselves. It's a bit scary as well. I do think it's scary as well. At some point, I'm sure we will have police robots walking around the streets, slapping tickets on your car. Or worse. The drone itself has very special sensors on it. There's a very high-powered optical camera which can allow us to see things quite clearly from a good height. Also, there's a thermal imaging sensor which detects heat. We're there to find people who need our help or people who are lost. Well, I mean, they would say that. And in that term, that is a good thing. It will also, I'm sure, be able to spot burglars and dodgy people and muggers who roam about the streets, certainly of London at this time, which appears to be getting worse and worse. People with knives. I'm sure there'll be some sort of sensor on there that'll be able to tell that these dodgy characters who are carrying knives and guns, and then they can be nicked immediately, as quickly as possible. Good. The system is a result of the collaboration involving Police Scotland, the technology multinational Thales and the University of West Scotland. It says drones are an increasingly common sight. Now it says that. I'll be honest, I don't think I've seen many drones flying around. In fact, I think the only one I've ever seen was on Skegness Beach. There was a bloke on there and he was into drones and he had this, it was a proper, and not one of your like 20 quid jobs from Hamley's toy shop. No, this was big. This thing was big and quite substantial. It was carrying a camera and it could go for miles and miles, this drone. So far that you wouldn't be able to see it. The only way of knowing where it was what it could see from its camera while you're looking on your watching device, usually a mobile phone. And you say to yourself, well, what if it goes out of range? Do you lose the drone? No, this drone was so clever that if it goes out of range of your receiver or transmitter thing, right, it detects this and immediately comes back to where it took off from. I mean, how clever is that? It absolutely amazes me how this technology works. It says, drones are an increasingly common sight. Outwardly, this one looks no different, apart from, almost inevitably, a flashing blue light, of course. Got to have a flashing blue light on there. I love it. But the data drone gathers is processed in real time. The software can discern a person, animal, or vehicle from just a handful of pixels in a huge, moving colour image. How? How? It says how? Because they taught it to. Very, very clever. So there's an example of how drones can help us. I mean, when you think of it, like in war zones and people like that, when ghastly people blow up buildings and things like that and people are stuck inside the buildings or in an area that you're not quite sure whether there are any other dodgy people there ready to shoot you dead when you go and look for that damaged person in there. Or you can just send in a drone. How fantastic. And there's a little flinker. Oh, yeah, there's someone over there. And it will also, of course, look for the dodgy people with the guns as well. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Let's have a look here. Mick, my shrine is looking a bit bare. I've got Martin's fridge magnet and that's it. The postman better hurry up with my... I told you it probably won't come today, Mick. It was only posted Saturday. And it was posted after the time where it says on the box, next collection, Monday. So I doubt you'll get it today. If it comes, it'll probably be the one that you haven't got yet. Good morning to Adam the plumber. Morning. Hello to Joanna. Morning, Joanna. Sean Pye. Didn't get notifications. Nope, neither did anyone else. Sean, don't know why that is. Happens sometimes with YouTube, I'm afraid. Okay. Always a good idea to keep an eye on the Facebook as well, because I always put a little post up there, sort of 10 to 20 minutes before we go on, saying there's going to be a show at whatever time this morning. What time did we start? 9:35, 9:40, something like that this morning. So there we are. My neighbour's got a drone. They provide great footage. Oh, yes. This bloke on Skegness Beach. It was fantastic, this picture. All high definition. And me and my brother-in-law, we thought about getting one. But quite frankly, what would I use a drone for? Well, I'll tell you what I would use it for. I could create the most wonderful opening video of this thing flying over either Bracknell or the Lincolnshire countryside. You could have that. Apart from that, though, when would I use it again? And you've got to spend the money. You won't get this with a £20 drone or a £30 drone. You're going to spend hundreds on a decent drone if you want decent pictures coming through. I don't think £100 is gonna scrape the barrel there, really. But I'd only use it for that, just to make an opening video every few months, and it's probably not worth doing it for that. That being said, because I'm using it for the business, it would be a tax deductible item. So if I had a load of money left over just before the end of the tax year, perhaps that's something I could spend it on there, really. Mandy, if we can microchip our pets with our details, why can't we be chipped with all our details and GPS? That would help with missing people. Well, I'm sure some people aren't chipped now, Mandy, to be honest. Would I want to be chipped? No, I don't think I'd want to be chipped, really. I like to sort of disappear if I want to disappear. Do you know what I mean? I like to run away so that no one can find me. which is difficult if you've got like Find Your Friends switched on your mobile phone, isn't it? I had Find My Friends switched on the mobile phone, and several people I had signed up so that they could see where I was and I could see where they were. But one by one, I kind of lost communication with these people who said, oh, it's not working anymore. Yes, it's working. You've just blooming well turned it off. And I was a bit peeved to think, well, you know where I am. Why don't you want me to know where you are? So I just deleted the thing. No, it's got to be a two-way thing, isn't it? It's got to be a two-way thing. Jason, there's plenty of live footage from Jones on YouTube. Yes, that's right. A lot of footage from nature programmes. Well, you only got to watch those David Attenborough things, and the way those camera angles just fly across the Antarctic or something like that. It is pretty wonderful, isn't it? It's pretty wonderful. Brenda from Bristol, Mandy's got me chipped so I don't stray. You're like an old cat, dear. I wish I had someone to stray from. Never mind, Dave. Maybe next time. What about wedding rings? Ladies? Do you mind how much your man would spend perhaps on an engagement ring or a wedding ring, something like that? Well, in The Sun this morning, it says, we've all heard the old saying that the groom is supposed to save for 3 months before splashing out on an engagement ring. I never heard that before. Is that right? 3 months before splashing out on an engagement ring for his bride-to-be. Whether they stick to it, that's another matter entirely. Now, I've been married. Early 80s I was married. And she was quite happy with a ring from Argos. I said, I want to get a better ring. No, it doesn't. And she wasn't bothered at all by a ring. She was quite happy to get a ring out. Elizabeth Duke from Argos. It was a nice little ring, actually. A little heart shape on it. And little diamonds. I think they were. I'm sure they were diamonds. 50 quid in 1980. I don't know now. I can't even remember when it was now. 1983, 1982, 1983, and she was quite happy with that. But some of these women, they just want the most expensive thing possible, don't they? And as I said before, jewellery does nothing for me whatsoever. I have no jewellery, not really. I've got, I don't know, what have I got here? I've got this. What have I got? I've got like a. I mean, would you class that as? I should have that on, shouldn't I? My little poppy badge. Hang on, let's just put that on. I better put that on, dear. Yes, make it all real. Oh, there we are. Oof, remembering the glorious war dead. There we are. Here, did you see that millennial on the telly the other day? Oh, millennials. Oh, learning about the war and people dying is affecting our mental health. What an idiot. Well, he doesn't think it should be taught in schools or anything because it affects his head. There's something wrong with your head, mate. Oh dear. Anyway, back to this. It says, while most reasonable people can't exactly blame a bloke for not wanting to spend thousands on a ring, one bride-to-be has been left heartbroken after discovering that her fiancé simply ordered her a £15 design from Amazon. See, I don't have a problem with that. I really don't. If I was, someone was wanting to marry me and they bought me a ring for 15 quid, that don't bother me at all. I certainly don't need to have thousands and thousands of pounds spent on a bit of metal and a bit of glass. Sharing her dilemma on Reddit, the American bride explains, my boyfriend of 3 years proposed to me a few weeks ago, and I said yes. The ring he gave me has a simple design and consists of a thin silver sterling band with a cubic zirconia. It looked pretty and I was happy with it. So they are. She's happy. She's happy. The ring he gave me, so far, so normal. However, her fiancé's, shall we say, money-saving method came to light after one of his pals also popped the question. She continued, my boyfriend just told me that his friend proposed to his girlfriend with a ring worth £2,700. He said he can't believe anyone would drop that much cash on a ring, and my Siri just came on then.
I found this on the web for can't believe anyone would drop that much cash on a ring and teeth.
My Siri just came on. Did you hear Siri? She speaks. Siri speaks. He said he can't believe anyone would drop that much cash on a ring, and then he thought it was a massive waste of money. And then he said, I got yours off Amazon for 15 quid. I'm glad you're not that kind of person who cares how much a piece of jewellery costs. I mean, honestly, it wouldn't worry me. Here, Mick, how much did you spend on your missus's on your missus's ring? I'll come to your messages in a moment. Unsurprisingly, the bride reveals she's been left really hurt by the revelation, but tried to laugh off his comments. She added, I can't quite articulate why this bothers me so much, but it's like I've never even heard of an engagement ring costing that little. Actually, neither have I. I never wanted an expensive ring, but I at least thought it would be something in the couple of £100 range. Insisting that money isn't an issue for her fiancé, she added, we both have good jobs and he works in tech. It makes me feel sad that a ring symbolising his commitment to me is worth less than a new video game. Well, come on, lads. Why would you want to spend your money on a ring when you can buy a decent video game? Exactly. Or, even better than that, a decent ticket to go and see the next Barry Manilow concert. Much more exciting than wearing a bit of metal. Even though the bride claims she's still excited to marry him and likes the way the ring looks, she then asked whether she should try explaining how this revelation has affected her. So, I don't know what you think about that. Would that be all right for you? You know, if someone just gave you sort of, I don't know, a ring worth a few quid, a couple of pounds, a few dollars, not much more than that. Does that make any sense to you? I don't know, really. It certainly wouldn't bother me, as I say. Good morning to Fun Things to Do with Tech. Good morning to you. Mandy, indeed. Mandy's the wife. There you are. Mandy is Brenda from Bristol's wife. I know that sounds a bit strange and a little bit sick, possibly, but that's how it is. Jason, I'd offer my missus a ring. She can have anyone from a 6-pack of Pepsi Max. She wants more than that. She ain't worth marrying. Gold digger. Yeah, we don't. Oh, I see gold diggers. Plenty of those around. Plenty of gold diggers around. You know, blokes and women. Did the boiler man give you a ring? Not yet, sadly, Sean. Perhaps he will later. Mandy's got a ring, but she's also got her wedding date tattooed on my wedding ring finger. Ah, that's a good thing. I never known of anyone else done that. That's a nice thing. That's a nice thing. Mick, I've got a wedding ring, and it's the best thing about it is I've used it for both marriages. Morning to Paul and Lou. Good morning, Paul and Lou. Brenda spent $150 in the first time and £200 the second. Well, that seems a decent amount to spend on a ring, to be honest, Mick. It does. £150 on a ring seems incredibly expensive to me. You know my mind. Let's have a look on Amazon. Can we get wedding rings? Shall I have a look? Wedding rings on Amazon. Hang on a minute. Wedding. Well, engagement. What's that? Do you purchase Amazon for work? Well, yeah, I do. But engagement ring. Engagement rings. Let's have a look. 224. 294. These are all silver ones. 764. Oh, here's one. Here we are. A solitaire. Let's just read this to you. A solitaire. A 1 carat classical stainless steel solitaire engagement ring. I'm liking the look of this. It looks nice. It looks nice. It says solid stainless steel ring with AAA grade ZC stones. What's that? ZC? Oh, cubic zirconia. ZC stones. Never rust or colour finger. Nickel free, hypoallergenic, good alternative for precious metal rings. Perfect for wedding, engagement, proposal, party, promise, Mother's Day, cocktail occasions. Stones are prong sets. Prong set. I like that. They will not fall out. Gift box is not included. £12.99. Oh, yes. £12.99. Do you know, it looks nice. It looks nice. Well, hang on a minute. Customers who also bought this item. Oh, there's another one here. Even better. Hang on a minute. Jewellery Palace. Jewellery Palace. Crafted in solid sterling silver jewellery. Stamped with S925. I don't know what that is. Artistic, handcrafted with individual design leads to a versatile fashion atmosphere. From earrings to the bangle bracelet, Jewellery Palace strives to offer the best placed jewellery products at a favourable price for worldwide customers. Right? Sterling silver is made from 92.5% pure silver mixed with alloys to add hardness. And we do like a bit of hardness, ladies, don't we? We like it to be hard. And durability. Rhodium plating provides a long-lasting luster. Labelled as S925 to make sure it isn't just plated in silver. Strict health standards guarantee you daily wearing. Not harmful to your health, tarnish resistant and will not easily change colour. Comfortable and practical to wear every day. Sweet and glittering. This style is an ideal considered present for your friends and family members. Products exquisitely packaged in a velvet pouch. Oh, you get a pouch with this one. Looking forward to Jewellery Palace's new collection on a coming holiday or anniversary. You could easily find your favourite gemstone jewellery either on romantic Valentine's Day or a warm, heartfelt, fantastic Thanksgiving Day. 3A cubic zirconia stone with ideal hardness and wearability. Oh, it's time for my pills. Hold a minute, Monday. Jewellery Palace values each customer and endeavours to offer an excellent service during the purchase. And the price of this one? Well, if you thought the last one was all right, this one, £7.99. Oh, yeah. Money in the bank. £7.99. You could spend a little bit more in taking your lovely lady or man out. Perhaps to a nice little restaurant, a Toby Carvery or something like that, and presenting it to them there with the money that you save. Still too much money? Well, there's another one here. Solid 925 sterling silver ring, 3mm band, so there's no stone on this one. £6.99 and free delivery. It gets better and better, doesn't it? I could be giving these things away on the show. And tonight's prize is a solid sterling silver ring. I could be giving these away as prizes at the bingo, couldn't I? How much is it to get them engraved with my face on them? Oh dear. Paul and Lou, we're not married. We've only been together for 19 years. There you go. Paul and Lou have got the right idea. They don't even need to buy rings. Jason's not married, but he's already done a life sentence of 25 years. Dear me. Good morning to Ben Rolfe. Morning, Ben. Adam won't tell me what Royston paid for his engagement ring, but to say it's white gold with diamonds. Go on, tell us, Adam. You need to tell us. How much did you waste on a blooming bit of metal? $12.99. Where do I buy it? Amazon, my friend. Type in engagement rings. Plenty of choice there. Mick, 7 years. The first time she was I can't read that word. All right, I will. Bitch. 9 years the second, she's not a bitch, though. All I know about my engagement ring, it cost over 300 quid. So dear, Adam. On a piece of metal, honestly. Paul and Lou, $7.99 is a nice price. Just give me a Haribo ring, yeah? Could do that. We could do that, couldn't we? Haribo. No mirror ball. Or is it not turning? Sorry. Just a moment now. No, thank you. No mirror ball action. The mirror ball has now burst into life. Look at it. Turning slowly around. Good morning to Gareth Loxton. A very good morning to Gareth this morning. Joining us there. So there we are. Engagement rings. Take what you like. I'm waiting for my plumber to ring at the moment. Never mind. Do you know what? I think what we'll do now. How are we doing? I think we'll do the raffle now, okay? Because once the plumber rings, I will have to disappear quite quickly. All right? Because he may come round very soon. So I'm going to do the raffle now. All right? Raffle time, boys and girls. Go and get your tickets ready. Are you standing by with your tickets? Oh, hang on a minute. Someone sent a super chat earlier, didn't they? Mr. Gregorian, wasn't it? Was it Mr. Gregorian? Let me have a look. I'm sure it was. Weird City, there we are. Weird City sent me a super chat earlier. You didn't remind me to play the tune. Yeah. Oh, super chat. Why is everyone saying ticket, please? Why is everyone saying... I haven't said I'm giving out tickets. We are doing the raffle, not giving out the tickets. It's time to do the raffle, boys and girls. It's raffle time here on United Kingdom Talk. You like that, don't you? Would you like to see that again? Here it comes again. They are. All right. Oh, my front door's just gone. Just a minute now. Hope that ain't the plumber. Otherwise, I'll have to abandon the raffle suddenly. Nope, no one there. It's just the sun setting it off. Thank God for that. That phone will ring. Right, we're going to do the raffle now, boys and girls. Not giving the tickets out yet. We're actually doing the raffle. Someone is going to win one of these United Kingdom Talk exclusive magnets. How many we got left now, I wonder? Shall I have a count? Oh, do you know what? Oh, hang on, that's the wrong box. That's the super chat badges. Hang on a minute. See how many we got. There's the fridge magnets. There's no more being made after this. Okay, so that's what someone's going to win today. Let's count how many there is left. There's still quite a few left, to be honest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. If that's 10, I reckon 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's about 26 of these left now. There we are. 26 left. Only 26 more chances to win a fridge magnet. You can either win one at the raffle, which we're about to do now, or you can buy one for £10,000. Okay? The only other way to do it is to win the bingo, and you could swap it. If you don't want the hat, you can have one of those, okay? So that's how that works. Who's going to win the fridge magnet today? And, of course, more importantly than that, gang, it's the signed autographed picture of me. Again, limited edition of these. We only do a few of those and then we change the photo to something else more exciting. Where's Mark Bowles this morning? He's been a bit quiet recently, hasn't he? Mark Bowles. I think his missus has been telling him not to watch anymore. Because he gets very excited when he sees me, doesn't he? Adam is very exciting. He might crush a grape in the moment. I'm all dressed up for the plumber. Of course I am, Gareth. He's not here yet. He's going to ring me. He's running late, unfortunately. Running very, very late this morning. Okay, right. Let's mix the tickets, gang. We're mixing the tickets. Mixing the tickets. Mixing the tickets. Mixing the tickets. Right, okay, here we go. It's time to pull that ticket. One ticket there, here it is. There we are. Ticket number 767. 767, and the prize goes to Yvonne Lemon. Yvonne Lemon is our winner today. Ticket number 767. So, Yvonne, okay, you're probably, I can't see you here this morning, so you're probably going to watch a recording of the show. Your ticket is there waiting for you to claim your prize. Congratulations, my darling. All right, Yvonne, there we are. Now, the tickets, one moment, please. The tickets all now go into a super drawer container, which just happens to be this United Kingdom Talk tea. You want one of these, don't you? This United Kingdom Talk teapot. I shall put them in here. There we are. They go in there, ready for the next super drawer, which will be at the end of the month, on the last day of the month, as long as we've got a show on that particular day. And in a little while, I'll be giving out tickets for next week's raffle. So we'll have a raffle next week, and then there won't be one for a week because I'll be away then. All right. There we are. Excellent, excellent. So I put those there. Oh, next to my Halloween thing. I should put that away now. Have you seen this? You've seen this Disney thing I've got here. Teapot as the bingo prize. You're not having my teapot. Thank you very much. Yeah, look. This is very, very heavy, this. It's like a snipe. Oh, it really is heavy. This has got to be 20 years old. Someone told me this would be worth something. It's got a little tune as well. Evil. Yeah. So there's all Disney witches and things on there. It's great, isn't it? Absolutely great, that. So I've had that some years now. A fella bought me that when I took him to Disney and Euro Disney. It was, oh gosh, it's about 20 years ago that is now. So old, dear. Right, all right then. So that's it. What else have we got here? Do you fancy a job? Do you like dogs? Now, this is a job for my sister. My sister absolutely loves dogs. In the Daily Mirror this morning, a hotel is hiring a fur butler. Oh yes, it says, some of us slave away at work with the distant hope one day of having the money, time and space for our very own dog. I must say, I'd love a dog. I don't think I could have a dog because it affects my breathing. All pets, unfortunately, affect my breathing, but there you go. Possibly not goldfish. Or maybe one of those little dragon things. I like those. What are they called? You know, the little lizards, the bearded dragons. They're kind of cute little things, aren't they? I quite like bearded dragons. I could have one of those. That wouldn't be dropping its blooming dirty fur all over the place, would it? It says, what if your work was hanging out with a top-class woofer? Not woofter, woofer, dear, woofer. The St. Regis Aspen Resort. That sounds really posh, doesn't it? Has posted a job advert in search of a fur butler, looking after their very good boy Kitty's daily schedule and managing the resort's pet offerings. You'll need a deep-rooted passion for animals, and if you are to land the role, hanging out with the Bernese mountain dog and hotel mascot, who's majestic as heck, by the way. I love that. I love it. And there's a picture of the dog. Oh, it looks absolutely gorgeous, this dog. Of course, they used to have them little barrels around their necks. Was that brandy in there? You know, and they would go and look for people that got lost on the mountain, wouldn't they? The job also requires you to have an interest in photography and social media to post snaps. But considering you'll be chilling in the Colorado Rocky Mountain with Kitty, we're sure you won't find it too stressful. It sounds absolutely delightful, this job, doesn't it? Although, would you be lonely if you had if you've got a dog? Are you ever lonely? See, I've never had. I mean, we had a job when we were children. We had 2 dogs actually. Not very successful, unfortunately. The first one got distemper. Poor little puppy. It was a little black Labrador called Sally, and we didn't have her very long, and she got ill. And, I had to go to the vets. And then there was another one that we got called Benji. Benji, I think it was called Benji the dog. And this was an adult dog and it had been trained. But it just didn't work. And I remember I'd taken it out for a walk. I think it must have been about 15 or 16 years old. Maybe 14. I don't know. No, I'd taken it out for a walk. And there's this road that was near my house called Roehampton Lane, very busy road. And this dog, the lead broke. And it went running across this road, cars coming towards it. Oh my God. And I literally didn't think, and I ran after this dog. I didn't get knocked over, fortunately. I think I would be now these days. That road's incredibly busy these days. But I was lucky at the time, and so it kind of didn't work for us. But are you ever lonely if you've got a dog? Those of you that have got dogs and are perhaps on their own, do you ever get lonely if you've got a dog? As a matter of interest. It says to apply, it's a full-time role, which also requires candidates to have a passion for uncompromising standards, service the ability to anticipate the needs, and impeccable interpersonal skills. Have you got those? Interpersonal skills? To apply, you need to provide to Kitty exactly, that's the dog, why you want him to be your boss by posting a video or photo on social media demonstrating why you'd be the perfect person for the job. You'd also need to send through your CV and wait for Kitty the dog to get in touch. It's a funny name for a male dog. Is it a male dog? Is it a male dog? Kitty's a women's name, isn't it? Or is it interchangeable? Some names are interchangeable, aren't they? You know, women and men. Kitty quickly became an institution at the hotel after joining the staff in September 2018, when he was delivered as a gift by Santa all the way from the North Pole. He's even named after the dog by the St. Regis Hotel's founder, John Jacob Astor IV. Oh, I don't know who that is. Your potential new boss may be a bit of a diva following his newfound fame, racking up more than 42,000 followers on Instagram, where he's often seen playing in the snow or working hard around the resort. So possibly a little job for you there, boys and girls, if you like dogs. Eh? Animal lovers all over the place. Anyone got one of those? Mandy has had two as pets. More hard work than you think. Oh dear. Cats affect mixed breathing. Yeah, mine too. It does. It does. Matthew, who won the raffle? Oh, I can't remember now. Hang on a minute. Yvonne Lemon. Her ticket's there waiting for her to claim that. All right. Yes. That's it there, isn't it? Yvonne, you're telling each other one now. Good. Excellent. What's the time? 10:30 nearly. Ooh. Are we pushing it now for this plumber? I'm just waiting for the plumber. The plumber said he was going to ring me before he left for Reading. So I'm waiting for that. Jason, dogs are more loyal than some people. Oh, absolutely. I'm sure they are. Right. We'll do... let's have a look. We've got another little thing here. Now, I think I've read a similar story about this at some point, boys and girls, some months ago now, of this lady who's had all these tattoos and indeed got her eyeball tattooed. Do you remember that story? Months and maybe at the beginning of the year, I think we did this. Anyway, in the Daily Mirror, it's not turned out well for her. This lady, a tattoo addict, went blind for 3 weeks after undergoing an agonising procedure to turn her eyes blue. I mean, there must be something wrong with you to want to have the outside of your eyeball, not the actual eyeball, tattooed. I'm sorry, there's got to be something wrong with someone that would do that. I mean, you must understand that that's going to damage you in some way. I get a tattoo like a rose or an England or a I love mum and dad type thing. I get that. But to actually tattoo your eyeball, you are seriously asking for trouble, aren't you? This woman, she's only 24. 24 years old. She's from Australia. She spent £13,000, nearly £14,000, on transforming her looks, having her tongue split, earlobes stretched, and other modifications to her face. These include 200 tattoos, a boob job, a lip job, cheek fillers, ear spike implants. However, getting her eyes tattooed was the most painful of them all. I mean, I just cannot imagine it. And you know what I hate? You know when you go to the opticians, that puffing machine. How much do you hate that? The puffing machine at the opticians. Like that. Awful. The lady, Mrs. Luke, who refers to herself as the blue-eyed white dragon, said, I can't even begin to describe to you what the feeling was like. The best thing I can give you is once the eyeball was penetrated with the ink, it felt like grabbing 10 shards of glass and rubbing it in my eye. You know what it's like when you get something in your eye? That happened 4 times per eye. That was pretty brutal. Unfortunately, my artist went too deep into my eyeball. Gosh, she added that the procedure does not cause blindness if done correctly. God's sake. I I don't like to criticise other people. I can see a picture of her here and I just don't get it. Why would you want to do that, something like that to yourself? The ordeal has put the Australian off undergoing further extreme body modifications, although she plans to keep getting tattoos until she is fully covered. Her mum broke down in tears after finding out about her daughter's eyeball treatment. Vicky said she questioned why her daughter took the risk. However, she has accepted that there's nothing she can do to deter her. And her eyes, I mean, they don't look, I'll be honest with you, they don't look horrible. It's just like, the pupil bit, that's black, as always. But where the white bit is, she's had got all painted blue or injected or whatever you call it, tattooed blue. She's been doing this for 10 years. The body modifier claims to have received a mix of negative and positive feedback from strangers about her looks. Well, I mean, I wouldn't be negative about anyone. People can look like what they want to look like. All these people that, I am this, I am that, that's fine. That's fine. But the people that, like myself, we also have an opinion. And it just looks odd. It really does. She doesn't look ugly. And no one is ugly. Everyone has their own beauty within them, But to do that to your body and cover yourself in bits and pieces and spikes and tattoos and the eyes it just looks very, very strange to me. All that money. And I bet she was a really beautiful young girl. £14,000. Jesus Christ. Just imagine all the holidays you could have with that at a Haven holiday with prestige caravans as well. I haven't done the tickets yet. I don't know why people are asking for tickets. We haven't done that. Where are we? My wife's got 38 tattoos. She's running out of space, but she won't have any of her on her face. Yeah, the face is the worst thing, isn't it? Good morning, Amelia. Morning. Morning, Amelia. Good morning to Joey Millen. Parrot Man had his eyeballs tattooed. Yeah, I saw that one as well, Mick. Parrot Man. I mean, it's just really strange. Really, I bet if you spoke to these people, they're really nice people. They just look very odd. Yes, we've done the raffle now. I haven't done the tickets yet, though, Amelia. Okay, you have to wait, darling, until we've done the tickets, my love. I will say tickets now and then it's time. Adam, good news. My loose teeth has finally fallen out. I'm no longer in pain and suffering. You should have pulled it out with a pair of pliers, I told you. Ted the Parrot Man, he's got one blue eye and one red eye. How unusual. I wanted a tattoo at one point, here. I think I wanted it here, but I didn't have it done in the end. I thought, oh no, it looks like too much pain and suffering for me. I went out with someone, he had tattoos all over the place. He had this one on his leg. He lived in Brighton. And he had this tattoo done on his leg while I was with him. And I went in to sit there with him while he was having it done. He was in so much pain when this tattoo was being done. And I thought, really, is it worth it like that? Is it worth it? Oh, Adam's tooth fell out after the show. Was it that bad? Dear. Okay, one more story then, and then we'll do the raffle tickets. Do you like Christmas music? Well, they've started already on the radio. Oh, yes. It says, if you're a Grinch who likes to moan when the shops start putting up the Christmas displays, this again is in this morning's Daily Mirror, and playing festive tunes long before December the 25th, we've got some bad news for you. A radio station playing nothing but Christmas classics 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, went on air yesterday, 54 days before Santa. It's too much. It's too much. You'll soon be turning that radio station on because you've had enough of the Christmas tunes. Heart Extra Christmas won't waste time with presenters or news and will instead play back-to-back Christmas anthems to provide the perfect soundtrack to your personal winter wonderland. All you need to do is sit back and listen to 2 months' worth of bangers like Fairy Tale of New York, la da 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 da. All I Want for Christmas Is You, which I'll be honest is not one of my favourite ones. Last Christmas and maybe even some Justin Bieber. He's done well, hasn't he, Justin Bieber? We all thought he was all washed out. And then suddenly he came back with this most incredibly incredible music. Justin Bieber. I'm a bit of a fan. I also like the tattoos and his shape. Well, we've written him off. Baby, baby. He did that baby, baby thing and some other little. And then went a little bit mad and that was it. He was gone. And then he's back, bang, on the music scene some years ago now with some really credible music. I think he's done fantastically, Justin Bieber. That is the Barry Manilow of tomorrow, you know, Justin Bieber. Wonder what he'll look like when he gets to Barry's age over there. Possibly better, I don't know. The station, Heart Christmas Extra, will be available on digital radio by scrolling on the digital radio or online. You can get it on the Alexa as well. Alexa, play Heart Extra Christmas. I'll wait for the messages to come in. The news has gone down well on social media as people take the launch of Heart's station as the perfect excuse to get their Christmas celebrations underway. Will you be listening to that, I wonder? Will you be listening? One wrote, as of today, Heart Extra is Heart Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone. So it's all right. I might put a little bit of that on, actually, as I go up north tonight. I might do. I've got one other Christmas story coming up there. Ray Reynolds, when I asked my 16-year-old neighbour why she had a ring pull in her tongue, she said, because it empasses my personality. She didn't actually say that. She said, threat, 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 threat. Nice one, Ray. Oh, it's not for me, all that body modification. Mandy says, no pain at all. Just go for it, hun. No, I haven't got the body now. It's a bit sagging now, Mandy. You know how it is, girl. You go over a certain age and bits start sagging. Although I'm trying to do something that would weight. As I say, I've lost about 4 pounds altogether so far over the last week and a little bit. There. Jason, no Christmas tunes until December, please. Preferably about 2 weeks before Christmas Day. You're exactly the same as me, Jason. 2 weeks before Christmas Day is when we want those Christmas songs. No earlier. No earlier than that. No, Mick says it's too early. Absolutely, yeah. I think so. Adam is hoping that the fact that his tooth has fallen out will add to his weight loss at Slimming World. I've done 4 pounds this week, Adam. Hello. I wish it didn't say our days out because your name just doesn't drop into my head after a while. It's Paul, thank you, Paul. Paul Watts is in the house. Alexa is now playing Christmas music. Alexa, stop. There you go. Has that stopped now? I can control all your Alexas. It's unbelievable, isn't it? How that works like that. I did think they were doing a special offer on the Alexa, no, the Echo Dot. And I was tempted, but I just don't know. I don't think I want something listening to me all the time, you know? It's different you turning a camera and the microphone on and choosing to allow you to listen. But to actually have it recording all the time, I don't know. Oh, you'd already stopped it, had you? Morning, Ian Days. Good morning, Ian. You're very, very early, very late, Ian. Where have you been? Apparently the notifications didn't work this morning, which happens sometimes on YouTube. That does happen, okay? I'll do this other Christmas story because it's nice. I'll save that. Michael Lawrence, I keep setting his device off, don't I, Michael? Never mind, darling. We got. Oh, where's that ticket gone? 1 minute. Dropped one in. A blank ticket. Let me pull some of these out now. Raffle ticket time, gang. Who wants a raffle ticket? Speak now. The raffle tickets. Some of the numbers are going to be out of order. It's just because I've accidentally tore off some other strips and I've put them all in front of me today, so we use up the other numbers. I've also got new raffle. Oh, I've done it again today. So the tickets might be out of order, but that don't mean you get any less or more of a chance of winning the raffle, okay? So ask for your raffle tickets now. Please only ask once, all right? When I get to the end of the list, I will say I'm at the end of the list. Have I missed anyone out? So Jason Hughes is there. Thank you, Jason. Jason, this is for the fridge magnet next week. 825 for you, Jason. Michael Pullman. 811 for you, Michael. Diane Jeb. 812. Paul and Lou. 813. Paul and Lou, you've been with us a long time now, haven't you? Like, is it over a year now you've been with us? I'm sure you have. Mandy Davenport, thank you. 814. Michael Lawrence, 815. And then the numbers are going to jump up here. There we are. Who was that? Michael Lawrence. Joey Millen, 826. Mick Brenda from Bristol, 827. If you get too fed up with me saying that, then just say Mick. Sometimes when you go on and on with a joke, it gets to you in the end, doesn't it? Thank you, Brenda. Amelia Dodd, 828. Amelia won the you won the thing yesterday. Look at this, Amelia. It's ready to go down to the post office, darling. Okay, your hat's in there. She won the bingo yesterday, Amelia. Ian Days, my new tablet knocks me out and keep missing the show. Oh, I don't know anything about that. I don't know how that would work, to be honest, Ian. Sean Pye, 829 for Sean. Thank you, Sean. Ian Days, 830. And 831 for Joanna. Hello, Joanna. All right, love. You're very quiet these days, Joanna. Very quiet. Perhaps I'm not singing enough for you. Is that what it is? You've been there 2 years. Has it been 2 years now, Paul and Lou? Gosh, you are super fans. Super fans. Super fans. Hello, Alan Wainwright is having a tattoo done for the first time on Wednesday. After the pain talk, I'm worried now. Well, I wouldn't have one done, Alan. I'd like one done. If it was painless, I would have had one done. But I think as you get older, as you get older, these tattoos look blooming awful on old people, don't they? When they've had them done. So maybe not, maybe not. Adam the Plumber, thank you. 832 for Adam. Adam's been with us the longest, actually. He was there when this was just an audio show. There was no video. Actually, I found a website that's still got all my old audio shows on them. Can you believe that? I'll put up a link at some point. I'll have to look again though. Jason, yes, I've got the disc thing downstairs. Oh, hang on a minute, got lost here. Where are we now? There we are. Thank you, Paul. Paul Watts is 833. Paul, did you get your badge? That I've resent the badge or whatever it was that I resent? I had to send you another one. Yours didn't arrive, did it? Paul's on 8. Sorry, what did I say? 833 for you, Paul. I'm not sure how I got here, Chris. No, I don't know how you got there. I do wonder sometimes how people find the show. Alan Wainwright is 834. Thank you, Alan. Alan Wainwright, 834. Tablets as in medication. I beg your pardon. I thought you were talking about some computer. Oh dear. I'm not processing the information this morning, am I? I'll search that out, the link for the old shows. I'll put that up on my Facebook, okay? Facebook.com/Chris Reardon UK is where you'll find my Facebook there. Paul has also been around a long time. Paul Edwards, yeah, I know. He used to do his own shows as well, Paul. He still does shows. If you click on the little 3 dots next to his name there, just hover over Our Days Out, the message there. Click on the 3 dots and I think it's a left click and it will take you to his channel and you can see what he does there. All right, my love. Do super fans get free badges? Oh, I don't know about that, darling. I don't know about that. Mega Andy. Hello, Mega Andy. I haven't heard from you this week. Where you been, Andy? Hope you're well. Mega Andy, ticket number 835 for you. Okay. I told you wouldn't get it today, Mick. the post will only be collected. I don't know what time it does collect. I think it's 12 o'clock today the post gets collected. Perhaps I should have sent it attached to a pigeon's leg or something like that. Has everyone got their tickets? If I've missed you out, please speak now, my darlings. If you've been missed out of that little ticket run there, you've asked for a ticket and I didn't read your name out, please ask now. Because it looks like we've got to the end of the tickets there. I'll just put those in the bowl. They'll be coming up to the caravan with me. There we are. Has anyone been missed out? Please speak now if you want a raffle ticket. Okay, I'll just read you this final story that I've got pulled up today. It's quite a nice, heartwarming story, actually. It's another Christmas one, all right, in this morning's Daily Mail. Generous staff members at Nando's branch in Scotland will open the store on Christmas Day to feed the homeless. Isn't that nice? Employees at the Glasgow Waterloo Street branch have encouraged customers to donate blankets, gloves and jackets as festive gifts to those in need. The company has been praised for the move, which will see members of staff volunteer on Christmas Day. Isn't that a nice thing to do? In a Facebook post, the branch posted a picture of a sign which had been placed in the restaurant which stated its charitable intentions, and it reads, "We are planning on opening Christmas Day to feed some of Glasgow's many homeless. We love to be able to give them some gifts to help them keep warm and clean, and we need your help. We have placed a bin at our entrance and would love if you could help us fill it with hats, gloves, blankets, toiletries, etc. Anything you give would help so that we can give these people a little bit of cheer on Christmas Day." I just cannot imagine what it must be like to be homeless. You know, I've been very, very fortunate my entire life. I've never been homeless, probably like most of you. But to actually not have somewhere to go to sleep, how awful. You've only got to walk around central London and see people literally living on a couple of bits of cardboard in a shop doorway, surrounded by boxes and things like that, desperately trying to keep warm. It's terrible. Terrible. It has to be said that some people choose to be like that. There are people that go around offering places in hostels, possibly not the best place to be, but at least it would be warm. But they choose not to go. They don't want to go in a hostel. They are happy to sleep outside on the streets. I've been very lucky that that's never happened to me. The story goes on. After the announcement, many people have come forward and offered their support to the team, but due to health and safety regulations, Nando's said they would be unable to help out. They're going to be arranging invites with local charities who help the homeless, so if anyone can assist us further, that would be fantastic. And it says, unfortunately, due to the nature of the business, it's not quite as simple as just coming along. We'd have to carry out all sorts of risk assessments, paperwork, training, which we simply don't have the time to do. Well, you know, you're just tied up in red blooming tape all the time, aren't you? This is what I said, you know, when I was in the Scouts. I had a wonderful time in the Scouts, climbing on piles of wood with blooming great big rusty nails sticking out and slipping over bits of plastic and what have you, and smoke, bonfires and cooking on fires. I bet none of that's allowed anymore. You've got to fill in all these forms. I was even a cub leader at one point. There was no forms to fill out. You simply became a cub leader. Now you've got all these rules and regulations. I bet it's not half as much fun now. But things change, don't they? Adam, with the charity work with UK Homes for Heroes, we support the homeless veterans on the street of the UK. Some of the guys and girls do not want to come off the street as PTSD has affected them, you know. So some people do, and they are affected by this thing. But I think that's a great thing for Nando's to do, to open on Christmas Day and do that for people. That's great, that is. Jason said, trouble, there is help for them, but they don't want it. Maybe they just don't want to be in the system. Yeah, quite possibly. Quite possibly, I suppose. You know, one of those things, isn't it? All righty. Okay, gang, we're going to wrap up there. Thank you very much, boys and girls. Tonight, what are you doing tonight? I'm hosting a karaoke tonight. There it is. That's at Central Station Bar in Wharfdale Road, King's Cross. Little karaoke night starts at 7:30 and it finishes at 11 o'clock. Come along, sing a song, or just watch one of our many talented singers. And people of fun. I like to call it that. People of fun. People of fun. Come and watch our people of fun perform their selected songs. I've actually got 3 songs written down in front of me here that I've kind of was watching on YouTube a little bit last night, which I might try one of these tonight. There's a whole lot of loving going on. Do you remember that one? There's a whole lot of loving going on when we're apart. That one. And there'll always be an England, and England will be free. That one. And also, I was born with a smile on my face. La 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 la. That one. Yeah? So I might do one of those tonight. I haven't decided. You will, of course, be able to watch karaoke being streamed live, as long as everything's working there, from about 7:30, 7:45, sometimes a little bit earlier tonight. Okay? And you can find that by going to, well, you're on there at the moment, my main YouTube. There we are. Why hasn't that come on? There we are. My main YouTube address there. Go on there. And in the bottom right-hand corner, you should see featured channels. One of those featured channels is Karaoke London. Click on that, and you'll be able to watch watch our karaoke live, and perhaps, maybe or maybe not, me singing one of those 3 songs. I'll do the birthdays in a second. Just another message to read out here. Adam says, say if you want to help the homeless person, talk to them instead of just throwing money at them, or ask them if they like a tea and a sandwich rather than just walking by. Often all they want is someone to talk to. And it is a lonely old world. It is a lonely old world. There's a lot of lonely people out there with no one to talk to. I must say, yesterday I didn't really have anyone to talk to yesterday myself, to be honest. I rang up my sister. That was about it. But it's just how it is, isn't it? So go and talk to people. Okay. I find then England songs offensive. Well, don't watch then, Andy. Simple as that, mate. Don't watch it. Birthday time, perhaps you'll find this song offensive as well. It's birthday time, gang. Happy birthday on this Monday, the 4th of November 2011 to Alison Phillips. Good morning, Alison. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Lily Beth. Lily Beth is in the house. Hello, Lily. Lily Beth Javiro is 51 years young today. She comes to the karaoke rarely. Now and again, she'd turn up with her lovely husband. So happy birthday to you, Lily. Mark Pulley, good morning, Mark. Happy birthday to you. And another, I consider him a very good friend. Well, I haven't seen him now for, God knows, at least 10 years. William Coughlin, also known as Kitty Litter, who is one of the most hilarious drag queens. I always got on extremely well with him. He now runs a pub in Liverpool. Happy birthday to you, William, as well. All right, happy birthday, boys and girls. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Mega Andy wants to know where I'm going to spend Christmas. Probably at my sister's. Likely, very likely, unless I decide to book into a really posh hotel somewhere. That costs an arm and a leg, though, wouldn't it? Some people wishing people happy birthday there. Mick, thank you very much, and Ian there, and people like that. Good, excellent. Thanks ever so much for joining us on the show today, boys and girls. Hopefully, I'll be with you again at some point tomorrow morning. Enjoy the rest of your Monday, and I must get ready for my plumber now. Hope he's going to be fit. I don't want no old codger my own age turning up here. Good night.